Alright, we're back. Uh, let's play some Sundered. We're pretty close to finishing the game, I think. We'll see what percentage it says I'm at. But, I think we're close to finishing. Also, I did check back the recording after last time we streamed this game, and I changed some settings, and I did fix it. So it works now. It's, like, in the correct resolution. So that's nice. Yeah, we're like 81% done. We got close. When we last left off, I found a new boss, and his name was Nyarlathotep. Which, I was like, oh shit, that's public domain, I guess. I couldn't remember. Is all of Lovecraft's stuff public domain now? Cthulhu probably has weird copyright issues associated with it just because so many games are big. Oh, we don't have to do the whole gauntlet anymore? We just skip straight to Nyarlathotep? We just go straight to it? Let me remember controls. There's gun I don't use. Dash, attack, roll. Finisher is R for some reason. Okay, we're good. Yeah. He also killed me in one hit last time. Yeah, that's grappling hook. He killed me in one hit last time I saw him. There he is. Ow. Well, that's a good start. The crawling chaos. Okay, so he's got 3 weak points, looks like. Seems pretty chill. Whoa! Whoa. What? Ow. Okay. Alright. I'm seeing this gimmick. I see it. Oh. Alright. There's all my healing already. Alright. Okay, this is how this is gonna be. Oh. Well, I was going to make this the stream about E3. Because most of this game I can kind of tune out and talk about other stuff, except for the boss fights. But we may only have boss fights left. And I always have to like concentrate really hard on those, so I guess we'll just keep plugging at it. Problem is I don't get any money from trying to kill him. Let's turn that off, because we're not in farm mode anymore. Let's just go with that. If I remember correctly, his estate is super litigious, and every Cthulhu-esque thing ever has to be licensed. That's what I would expect, but I feel like there is just like a lot of Lovecraft stuff that just name drops pretty big figures like this. And I don't think this is licensed. If it was licensed, it would use a lot more Lovecraft in it. This is like the first actual Lovecraft thing in it, as far as I can tell. The rest is just Lovecraft inspired. Again, Cthulhu is different because, like, you have big series that use Cthulhu. So you have, like, Call of Cthulhu. The King of Tokyo board game had to remove the Kraken, who only sorta looked like Cthulhu. Huh. But, like, even fucking games like, Magica. Magica had a DLC where you literally just fight actual Cthulhu in it. And as far as I know, that never got touched. I guess they might have licensed it, though. That might have been legitimate. Wakey, wakey. But yeah, let's talk about E3 and try not to die at the same time. I've watched everything E3 so far, except I'm terrible because I didn't actually watch Devolver Digital's like thing. I saw Carrion, which looked very good. I am super into Carrion, and I'm definitely going to be playing that game, but I did not, like, watch their actual conference, and I didn't... I know it's, like, the best part of E3, but I haven't actually been following them at all, like, from their previous E3s either. Carrion looks really rad. It looks like someone played the end of Inside, and they were like, well, fuck this dumb pussy game. This should have been the game the whole time. Just play as a flesh orb that kills people. That's dope. Yeah, I always hear that the Devolver Digital ones are really funny. And from what I saw of this one, it looked funny, but I don't know the plot line. So I'm lost. Alright. Alright, Nyarlathotep. Ooh. I will say, for all the times this game feels like bullshit, whenever I do successfully pull off something cool, I feel very cool. I feel like I am the best at video games. Ow. And then when I fail like that, I don't feel good at video games anymore. I'm gonna focus on this one right here. Alright. What is... Disco Party? Why Disco Party? Wow, it's a big one, isn't it? Still going. There we go. Oh, and then he... Why? Why? Ow. Ow. Oh, and he just does it more. Cool. Oh, I can hit him, though, during this phase. Ha. Wowza. I'm gonna die. Alright, I got that. I got that one, though. There we go. The other thing I didn't watch was EA's. I didn't watch EA's at all. I kind of sat it out. I watched another person's abridged version of EA's conference, and I couldn't even make it through the abridged version. I tried. I tried so hard. But as soon as they started talking about the Star Wars game and the hype guy they had, which, by the way, I don't even think it was a live conference, was it? I'm pretty sure it was pre-recorded and then they just streamed the recording. So, like, they did it in the safest fucking possible setting they could have done it. Which some people definitely could have benefited from, i.e. Bethesda, but we'll get to that. But yeah, EA, their hype guy that was unbearable. They were talking about the Star Wars game. And as they were talking about the Star Wars game, they said that it was going to be a single-player RPG. And their hype guy was like, "That's right, they're not dead!" And I wanted to reach through my computer and strangle him. Because that's like... You don't get to say that, EA. You're the reason why they're dying. You're the problem. You're fucking making Battlefield every other year. You're like pushing all these multiplayer games all the time, and you're sacrificing and killing your own single player RPG studios constantly. They're not dying randomly, you are killing them, and don't act like you're saving them now. But that's just EA's like whole thing in general. They just take a big shit on you all year. They take a big shit on you all year and then say, "Hey, we're not shitting on you this time." And then you go, "Yeah, I mean, you say you're not, but you are." And that's just every year. They managed to turn not being the absolute worst into an upside, and then they are still the absolute worst anyways. Oh, absolutely, yeah. We'll talk about Bethesda's conference. There was definitely a plan. Like, it's not even a conspiracy. I mean, that's just how these things operate. That's just how they've always operated. This is just what E3 is. I don't know if they were necessarily paid. Every conference has somebody in it that may or may not be paid, but they are at the very least coerced or bribed to act certain ways. And by certain ways, I mean they are enticed to be the hype man. They're audience assistants. There's a term for them in theater, but I think crowd warmer is what they're called. Ow, oh wow, I'm doing really shitty this time. But like, they're a well-known phenomenon. It's not like something new and crazy that Bethesda is doing. But the one they had this year was unbearable. He was really bad. If you haven't seen it, it's almost comical. Like, he would cheer for the most asinine, basic things. Oh wow, that was a terrible run. Whoa! Yeah! Yeah! We are making a video game. Whoa! That has a protagonist named Greg. Wow! That was the whole Bethesda conference. And if you just imagine in your head the person that's making, like the executive that's on stage talking about the video game has to look super uncomfortable because he's getting very annoyed with the hype person, but he can't like directly look into the audience and tell him to shut the fuck up. Wow, I need that because I'm getting like constant critical hits. That'll just give me infinite finisher charges. Hold up. We need that too. Let's just mosey our way down over there. Finish that off, then grab that, and then come down here and grab that too. So yeah, Bethesda's hype man was unbearable, but I watched I watched most of Microsoft's. I kind of skimmed through it because I was at work at the time, but I watched all of Bethesda's, I watched all of Ubisoft's, and I watched all of Square Enix's. Which, of the three, Square Enix probably did the best job. Bethesda was a fucking disgrace, and Ubisoft was just like the standard level of E3 embarrassing. Though they got extra bad boy points for Watch Dogs 3, because they just they were getting to Todd Howard levels of just making bullshit up about the game that was absolutely not true, to the point where it was just insulting as a person who's played a video game at some point in my life. Like, no, I know that's not true. There's no way you did that. You do not have infinite playable characters. They do not all have their own voice acting, backstory, and personal schedule. Like, that's not a thing. And you most certainly do not have custom cutscenes and storylines dedicated to each and every one and whether or not they live or die. That's not a thing. And I'm not even exaggerating. This is exactly what they said in the conference. They said that you can play as any NPC in the game and that they are all voice acted. They all have their own lives and schedules. And they, you can just be any NPC and they will have their own take on the game. And I'm like, that's not true. That's just not. I don't even trust a good video game developer to do that, much less you, Ubisoft. And the worst part about it is, every time I've tried to talk to someone about it, I'm like, hey, don't listen to Ubisoft's bullshit. They're clearly making things up. Everyone's like, yeah, I know. But, the grandma looks so funny. And I'm like, stop. They're trying to distract you. But, if it's even half as good, then it'll still be a good game. No, stop. 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 Don't support them. Ow. Ow. Wow. Wow. All right. I should probably equip the lifesteal. That would be a good thing for this fight. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's not how you dodge that. That's not how you dodge any of those. But the grandma, she's funny. She's British. Shut the fuck up. She is pretty funny, though. I mean, to be fair, she is pretty funny. But that's not an excuse. The game is bad. It might be fine. But I'm tired of people lying at E3 and dumb people falling for it. It happens every year, where it's just like, well, he said it on stage. It can't be fake. You can't just say things that aren't true. It's like the internet. I want to get all those upgrades. Stat upgrades are also important right now, so I want to fill all these out. Also, it says, my power says it drops, enemies drop shards when I land a critical hit on them, but I'm pretty sure they just drop shards on every hit, which I thought meant I was critting every time, but now I think it's probably just either A, bugged, and it's doing it every hit, or B, they wrote the text wrong and they meant every hit. Because I'm definitely making just money just fly out of this dude with every hit. And I'm not critting every time. Unless I am. That seems unlikely. I don't think I have enough of the crit stat built up for that. I should start with this one, because it seems like it's the hardest one to get to. And if I can get him while he's in his easy mode, then we won't have to worry about it later. No, stop. Stop. There we go. Stop. Let me get to the crystal. Fine, we'll go up here. Games that looked cool. There was no Fable. Which is weird, because I could have sworn that someone said that, like, Fable got leaked or something. Maybe there is gonna be a Fable, but they're just gonna talk about it later when they know more about Project Scarlet, I guess. Because it's a next-gen title, but that's, like, all we know about it. I don't really care for Fable that much. It's always been kind of like a problem child series for me. Where it's, like, almost good. It has potential. Why'd you do it twice, you bingus? He's probably always done it twice. Fable 1 was, like, good for its time, if not a bit silly. Even by its own standards. Stop. Let me hit you. Fable 1 doesn't really hold up today. It's still funny, but it's not necessary. Fucking stop! A third, I remember playing a lot, and besides the ending, I thought the second one was okay. I never played the third one. But the second one just had, like, a really stupid ending, if I remember correctly. How do I not have enough? Oh, that's right, because I spent money on stat upgrades. Let's save up for that. That's going to make a big difference, I think. What did they show at Microsoft that I actually cared about? Cyberpunk. But I've already made my thoughts clear on Cyberpunk on this stream. I'm fucking elated and waiting for that game on bated breath. Keanu Reeves is a treasure. I cherish him greatly. He is such a lovable dork. And I think he's going to be great in that game. I think that game's going to be fantastic, and I'm excited. That's the only game I've, like, let myself get excited for in a very long time. But I have faith in CD Projekt Red. They didn't show too much I was interested in. I've never played Ori and the Blind Forest, which I've heard is great. I'm sure it is. I'll get around to playing it eventually. But they showed Ori and the Blind Forest 2, which which apparently also looks very good. What else was big? They showed Halo Infinite, sort of. They showed another trailer that left me with more questions than I had before. Just not really what I wanted from that trailer. I really wanted to know what the fuck the game was going to be. And we still don't know anything. Oh, wow. Wait, what is he doing? He's like changing his moveset. He never did the slam before at this stage. Why can he just do the slam now? Get me up there. Get me up there. Thank you. What else? It's basically just Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, new Miyazaki game with George R.R. Martin, because he just needs more excuses to not write that book. Might be good. It looks very Miyazaki. Which makes me wonder how much George R.R. Martin is actually going to be able to do with it, because like half of the game, if Miyazaki has his way, is going to just be hidden behind like esoteric item descriptions. So like there is world building in Dark Souls, but I don't know if it's in the style that maybe George R.R. Martin is prepared for. But we'll see. Maybe the combo ends up like working better than anyone could have imagined. But my guess is probably not. At the very least, it'll probably still be a fun game, even if Mr. Martin brings absolutely nothing to the table. Because I really liked Sekiro, and I'm gonna die again. This third phase really fucking blows. No. Stop. Alright. George R.R. Martin is used to making his characters miserable. Miyazaki likes making players miserable. I see this as an absolute win. Grab that. Yoink that. Get that. Get that. Fill that out. So we need another 2,000 for that, another 3,000 for that, and then we can get that. It's called what? Elder Ring? The plot seems very Miyazaki-ish already, like just from the little bit that we've seen. It looks like it's Lord Sadman of Hellfuck Castle has been corrupted by Dark Sad, and Magic Ring does thing. That's my summary of Dark Souls as well, and also Dark Souls 2, and also Dark Souls 3. I'm the new Vati video, so. Dost thou hear the tale of Lord Sad of Hellfuck Castle? How does that go again? I love that copy pasta, the old lady. Dost thou know the story of Hellfuck Castle? Yeah, of course it has to deal with immortality. It's Miyazaki. just does the slam some... Wow, and he immediately followed that up with another smack. I don't know what triggers that. I guess it is based on HP. I just need to, like, be careful and watch his moveset. Because his down smash does have a different, does have a different animation to it. If I'm paying attention, I can be ready for it. Oh my gosh, these fucking skulls! Get up there. Thank you. Bethesda's E3 conference was a fucking travesty, and I hated it. So me and a coworker at work were discussing what they were going to show at Bethesda's E3 conference. And I was pretty confident that we were going to get a cinematic trailer and a title reveal for the new Elder Scrolls. They were going to at least tell us, like, what providence it was going to be in. You know, to give us time to get hyped for it, do their usual Bethesda bullshit, and then, you know, they would let all of our expectations down on release, like, a year down the line. Instead, they did nothing. What my friend thought they would do is, he thought that whole conference was going to be really heavy on that space game that they teased last E3. Which they seemed really excited about last E3 to bring up, which, if you've forgotten about it since then, I don't blame you. Because it apparently fucking Bethesda did too, because guess what wasn't at E3? That game. At all. We got no information on that. So yeah, instead of that, they also did nothing. So we were both wrong. And what they did do is what we were both certain they wouldn't do, which was talk about Fallout 76. We're like, they're not going to talk about Fallout 76. If anything, they might have a brief moment where, like, Todd gets good boy points with the audience by, like, giving a brief apology, and then they just move on. How fucking wrong we were. It was like an alternate universe. It was like stepping into Bizarro Land, where they fucking, like, where Bethesda was pretending like everyone loved Fallout 76 and nothing was wrong. And it was terrifying. I did not like that alternate universe that they forced me to step inside. They announced 2 updates, and, like, this is where it starts to sound like I'm doing a bit, or it's like hyperbole. But I'm not. They announced 2 free updates for Fallout 76, which, at least they're free. Let me put that right up front, because I have a feeling if Fallout 76 did well, neither of these updates would be free. But there's 2 free updates coming. One of which adds NPCs and, like, a single quest line with a branching dialogue tree in it. And when they announced these things for their Fallout game, their RPG series, they, like, announced it like they were making some fucking, like, grand innovation on the formula. Like, thank God we thought to add NPCs to our game. You love it. You love it. Eat our shit. And it was like, no. Those really should have been in there from the start, Bethesda. And then the second thing they announced after NPCs and a quest line was fucking Battle Royale was the other update. And I thought I was having a fever dream. But I wasn't. So that's basically the entire Bethesda press conference was just them talking about Fallout 76 and the features that they're adding that should have been in there already, and how lucky we are to get them. Except for, there was 2 highlights of the Bethesda show. Besides besides Commander Keen free-to-play mobile game, which, again, sounds like a fucking joke, but it's not. Commander King free-to-play mobile game, and Arcane Studios were allowed to show off their new game, which looks interesting. I'm curious to see what the hell it even is and how it works, but it's like a Groundhog Day murder game. I'm sorry for your loss, DC, and your love for Commander Keen. You're not alone. I mean, I don't care at all for Commander Keen, but I have a lot of friends that do, so you're not alone in that respect. But, I hate that the default for rebooting a franchise these days is in free-to-play mobile game form. It doesn't make any sense to me. When you're rebooting a beloved franchise, the whole point is to appeal to the people that played the original, right? Like, why else would you do it? Why else would you reboot a franchise unless you want the audience of the original to come to your new thing? Why else would you do it? And if that's the reason why you're doing it, why the fuck are you making it a free-to-play mobile game? Because that's not the game. That's not the thing that you are rebooting. And that's not the thing that the people want to play. That's just some bullshit that you just made up. Why would you do that? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense from a monetary perspective. It doesn't make sense from, like, common sense. There's no reason why logically that's where any train of thought would end up. I don't get it. So, not only do I not get it, I don't get it why it's the standard. I don't get why everyone keeps doing it with, like, Command and Conquer. Why does it keep happening? Diablo? Like, why does it keep happening? Though Diablo is not a reboot. It's just the next game. Don't you guys have phones? Like, fuck off. More maximum energy would be good too. Yeah, warning, this next segment is just gonna be Kay getting really mad at video games for a little bit. The new Arcane game looks good. If I can say nothing else about Bethesda, besides them being massive fucking mongoloids and I hate them, the good news is they are nice to their, like, pet developers, their slave developers. They seem to let Arcane just kind of do whatever they want. And now they have that new studio that I can't remember, but it has the guy from, like, Silent Hills in it, right? Directing it. They have that new game called Ghostwire Tokyo. That looks pretty cool, even though all we got was a cinematic trailer. I would like to have seen some gameplay so I could know what the fuck that game was, but, you know, whatever. Oh, yeah, running trend for E3 this year was cinematic trailer for every game I wanted to see gameplay of, and just a stupid amount of gameplay for games I didn't need to see gameplay of. I did not need to see 10 minutes of Doom Eternal. I already know I'm going to get Doom Eternal. I already know that's a game I want to play. You don't have to show me a bunch of gameplay. Why would you not show me gameplay of all of your other games of which we know nothing about? And the answer is probably because they look bad or they are so early in development they don't have anything to show. But yeah, Doom Eternal is looking fucking nice still. Basically already knew that. I just am waiting to play it now. Please give me Doom Eternal. Ow. Yeah, Arcane Studios and Ghostwire Tokyo looked cool from Bethesda, and that was basically it. And then Squeedix happened. Or, well, then Ubisoft happened. And Ubisoft was pretty much nothing except again, I've already complained about what they did with Watch Dogs, but besides that, they talked about a bunch of games I don't care at all about. They talked about other stuff that absolutely no one cared about, like the fucking Assassin's Creed Orchestra Tour. Which, I don't care if you are the biggest fucking Assassin's Creed fan in the world. They exist. That's fine. The Assassin's Creed games are unique enough, I think, at least when they came out, that I could see someone being a fan of the series. There is no one that's a fan of the soundtrack. No one's like, oh yeah, those classic Assassin's Creed tunes. Gotta get that AS theme going. Like, oh yeah, pump it. Who cares about the Assassin's Creed soundtrack? It's nothing. It's not like fucking Final Fantasy, where every game has like a collection of really unique, wonderful tunes that you can like make concerts out of. It's because they've done multiple tours like that for Final Fantasy. That makes sense. Like, Assassin's Creed just has the most generic music ever. But anyways, besides that, the only other thing of note, I want you to guess what the thing of note is. If you watched, did any of you watch Ubisoft's conference? Tell me if you did now. And I'm not going to talk about Just Dance, because they do the same thing for Just Dance every year, which is have an embarrassing dance number for a game that no one at E3 actually cares about. Every year, for some reason. Okay. You should go watch this part that I'm about to describe to you. They announced a new game, new fucking Tom Clancy game, because that's like all they do these days is more Tom Clancy games. I think it's Ghost Recon Wolf. Ghost Recon Wolves is what it was called. And there was no dog in the trailer, which seems like a weird thing to start out with, but follow me here. There was no dog in the trailer. There's just a bunch of dudes talking. There's like some Marine dudes and a drill sergeant talking to them. And that was the trailer. So then they brought a guy out to talk about the game. They brought a dude out to talk about the game. And he comes on stage with a dog. I don't know what breed of dog it was. It was a cute dog. But it was just a dog. He walks out on stage with the dog. Does not mention the dog. Does not address the dog. Does not say like, hey, I'm vice director of fucking blah 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 blah. This is my dog Greg. Anyways, here's this cool video game. Does not mention the dog, does not even look at the dog. Just talks to the audience about the video game for about 5 minutes while the dog does nothing, just lays there on the ground and looks around like cuz it's a dog. And then he finishes talking about the game and goes off stage and the dog goes with him and we don't see the dog again. There was just a dog. There was just a dog there while he was talking about the game. And I think the reason was the game had wolf in the name. So they brought a dog out. Because the game has wolf in the name. Had nothing to do with anything. There was just a dog. And it felt so weird because, like, I was expecting one of those bullshit, like, throwaway lines that they always do where it's like, this dog is, like, our mascot for the game. Or, like, this dog is in the game. We did all the motion capture for your dog companion with this dog. Like they did with Call of Duty that one time. Or, like, this dog is representative of the themes in Ghost Recon Wolf. It's about staying with your pack. But he didn't even fucking, like, address the fact that the dog was there. To the point where if it had happened on any other game, I think I would have thought what you're saying, DC, that, like, maybe it was, like, his, like, service animal? Like, maybe he needed a dog? But it wasn't wearing a vest or anything, which that would have been a good thing if it was a service dog, to have the vest on it so the fucking audience knows why there's a dog on stage. There's no vest on it or anything. It's just a dog. And if it was any other game that didn't have wolf in the name, that's what I would have assumed. But I think because the game had the name wolf in it, I think that's why the dog was there. You don't... Well, no, they don't have to wear vests, but, like, it's still courtesy if you have a service animal to put a vest on them. Of any kind, whether it's for emotional support or anything. And again, if you're going to do a press conference at Ubisoft and you're gonna have a dog on stage, any sort of anything would be a good indicator as to, like, why is this dog on stage? It was just... I was freaking out about that for like 30 minutes. I couldn't let it go. There was just a dog there. Yeah, no, I work at a retailer. I'm not going to say their name, because in this cyberpunk society, that's a bad idea. But I work at a retailer, and we don't allow pets inside, but we do allow service animals. So what that means is we allow pets inside. Because, like, we're not gonna... you don't have to, like, provide identification for your service animal, like... Yeah. Like, you can just bring a dog in and be like, yeah, this is our service dog, and you're like, alright, I guess if you say it is, then I guess it is. Sure. And most of the time, I don't care, like... Usually if people are bringing a dog into the store, it's like a little dog that they carry around in their purse. And then I'm fine with it. I've also decided that this top crystal is the really bad one that I should probably be focusing on. It's like, and if it's like a small dog like that, I don't care if you have the dog in the store. It's like, it's a dog. I don't care. Dogs are cute, and it's not doing anything. But, like, some of the bigger dogs they bring in, there was one time a dog did take a shit in the store, and it was like, alright, listen. Listen. And they didn't. I must emphasize, they did not clean it up. Why would they? Why would they possibly clean up after their own dog's shit? Like, that's why we allow service animals, because they're trained to not shit on our floors. You know? Which is why it's okay to have them in the store. And most dogs are pretty well-mannered, and they won't just shit on the floor, but, not all dogs. I think I found the strat that's gonna win the day. Whenever this game introduces the wind to the mix, I fucking hate it. There's been wind on this third stage every time, by the way, that makes it, like, impossible to control. I absolutely despise it. This whole boss fight would be so much more bearable without that one element of wind. I am gonna scream. Oh my god, stop for 2 seconds so I can hit your ass. Oh my, stop with the skulls! Stop with the wind. So, like, the skulls knock you back. So you have to be ready to dodge the skulls. They don't really do much damage, but they just constantly hit you back. The wind is removing control from you and constantly pushing you one direction or the other. So you have to be, like, paying attention to the skulls and dodging the skulls, which you can't really dodge the skulls because they're the size of, like, 7 trucks. So you just kind of have to be prepared to be hit by a skull. I mean, I can't just go to a different lane because it's all in the air. It's either the ground or I'm doing something in the air, and I don't have unlimited air control. So I can only sort of be in different lanes. And also, I can go to different lanes, but that doesn't mean the crystal is going to be in that other lane. So, like, all I'll be doing while waiting for the skulls is just be sitting around. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. But the wind is the worst. I could do all of this without the wind. I should get that extra perk. That sounds like a good slot to get. Also, what does that do? I should probably get that too. Spooky clown scare you? Spooky ninja math. Wait, what is spooky ninja math? I don't get it. Anyways. Back to E3. I'll stop getting mad at video games. Well, no, I'm not, because I'm about to talk about Squeenix. Though I'm not mad at Squeenix, so never mind. Let's talk about good games. Squeenix did really good. Mostly just because they talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake and they talked about Final Fantasy XIV. And then everything else was also present. And that's my Square Enix E3 review. The Avengers game they showed off looked very generic, and I was not really that interested. It was kind of like nothing. But Final Fantasy VII Remake looks really good. It looks like Final Fantasy VII if it was Final Fantasy 15. If Final Fantasy 15 was good. Because I like Final Fantasy 15, but it has a lot of issues. And it seems like the Final Fantasy VII Remake has all of the good parts of Final Fantasy 15's combat without any of the bad parts. So sign me the fuck up for that. So, here. Maybe I can do this. I'll just constantly switch between all 3 of these lanes. Every time skulls come in, I'll switch to a different crystal. Oh my gosh. Alright, well that... Okay. Bottom one's dead. Fuck. Stop. Stop! There's too many things on screen! Ugh. These skulls are aggravating. Aggravating Skulls is the name of my new band. He just doesn't stop, ever. He just doesn't stop, ever! Alright, let's collect money and then die. Final Fantasy VII Remake looks really good. The new trailer they just dropped for Shadowbringers is fucking excellent. I'm really excited for that expansion. I love Final Fantasy XIV. And I was kind of a little bit disappointed with Stormblood, but Shadowbringers is looking fucking choice. Um, what else did I even care about at E3 at all? I think that's it. We can talk about Nintendo, though, and what they're probably going to do. Sword and Shield looks fucking nice, so I think we'll see a little bit of Sword and Shield at their E3 thing, but they just did a direct, so I don't think they really have a reason to show that much more. We'll probably just get another direct later down the line, closer to launch, where we get most of our info. But maybe we'll get something out of it. I do think we're gonna see Animal Crossing, and if we don't, I'll start a riot because I really want to see Animal Crossing. Maybe we'll see Metroid if Japan thinks us filthy Westerners are deserving. And my theory was, obviously we're getting Smash character. We're getting a Smash DLC character announced. There's no question. But my theory was we're gonna get one. But I just talked to a friend at work, and he gave a pretty compelling argument that we'll probably get two. And it'll probably be, we'll get one announced, playable today, like, surprise. Fucking Sans Undertale is playable right now. And then we'll also get a reveal trailer for a second one that'll come out, like, multiple months down the line. Like, kind of like how Joker was. Because they've been radio silent on Smash for a while after they released Joker. Which I feel like has been enough time for them to actually make a new character. In the time they've just been like, yeah, whatever. And that would be like a fun thing to do, and they really just don't have a lot of time to do the rest of these Smash characters. In the time slot they've provided, like, there's not that much time left for them to do the other four. So that's what I'm thinking. I didn't think that before, but after my friend brought that up, I thought that made sense. So I hope that's what they do, but they may not. We may just get one. These fucking skulls are the worst. Stop. Oh my god. I want to get every crystal low and then get them all at once. And that's not happening. Okay, I got that one. In terms of Smash characters I actually expect, I have none. I have none that well, except for Dragon Quest, which has, like, basically all but been confirmed already. It makes sense. We're gonna get Dragon Quest Boy, and it's gonna be boring as hell. Fuck you, Japan. But it's gonna happen. So that's fine. We'll get... One of the slots is more or less just reserved for Dragon Quest Boy. I don't know if he'll be the next one announced, or, like, one of the two announced, but, like, it's gonna happen. We're gonna get Dragon Quest guy. Besides him, I don't know what to expect, because Nintendo basically clearly stated, expect the unexpected. Like, I want Banjo too. Banjo makes so much sense to me. Like, it's just like the obvious... It's the obvious choice. Now, I could just go Red Tearstone Ring. Just go full damage. Because if he just doesn't live as long, then it's not a fucking problem. What if not Banjo, but Ukulele instead? I'll ban you from the stream. I would love Banjo-Kazooie. It would make sense. Microsoft is playing really nice with Nintendo now, especially with like bringing Xbox stuff over to Nintendo. That would make so much sense to get Banjo-Kazooie in there. Everyone wants them. Everyone loves them. They would fit perfectly. Yes, Banjo, please. Second best. Actually, no. Banjo is my second best. If I had to like pick one, Banjo is my second place. My first place, you can probably guess, is Doom Guy. I would scream. You would be able to hear my scream. I would not even be streaming, and you would hear my scream from wherever you live. If Doom Guy gets confirmed for Smash, I would blow up. I'm gonna try that. Who needs health? And Doom Guy would be so fucking wild, but again, it's not outside of the realm of possibility. Like, Smash has been kind of gradually getting a little bit more violent, and Doom Guy, you could reasonably adapt all of his weaponry to be, like, cartoony instead of gory. All of his weapons are, like, kind of already a joke. So instead of just making demons explode into blood, they just make characters go flying. Like, you can totally convert all of Doom Guy's weapons into Smash. Like, pretty easily. And so Doom Guy I would fucking love. I don't think it will happen, but I mean, it could. It could. Doom 2016 is on the Switch. Bethesda's being nice with Nintendo too. I'm just saying. My number one is Doom Guy. Number two is Banjo. If we got an Undertale character, which, again, it terrifies me how it's not even, like, out of the realm of possibility. Japan really likes Undertale. And it got really big. Undertale is on the Switch. Could happen. If Undertale got on the Switch, if Undertale gets into Smash, I would prefer Undyne as a playable character over Sans. I just think she would work better. That's it. That's my thoughts on Undertale. I like Undertale. I wouldn't mind an Undertale character in Smash. I would prefer Undyne. Papyrus would be fun, but I feel like he's either stage hazard or assist trophy material. I could not see playing as Papyrus. It seems like he does the smash. He does the smash when you're on the bottom pretty regularly, it seems like. Also, wow, yeah, this does so much more damage with this perk. This is the way to go. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh my gosh. I did not mean to break that bottom one, but here we are. Stop. For 2 fucking I messed that up. I messed that up dearly. I did not. I want to go up. I had an idea. I had a really stupid idea that's not anywhere close to a prediction. It's just what I would, like, love to see for a Smash, for a Doom Guy reveal trailer, okay? Well, actually, just for a reveal trailer in general. Alright, let me hit you with this. Let me hit you with this as soon as I hit this guy with that. Oh, good. The wind started. Good. So you've got... The Smash trailer starts up, and me talking about this dumb, stupid meme is gonna get me killed. Trailer starts up, and it's like, it's straight up Minecraft. Like, right off the bat, it's in like a Minecraft field. Minecraft Steve walks over a hill, and you're like, oh fuck, fucking Steve. Minecraft Steve is in Smash. What the fuck? No. But then, he doesn't get a splash screen. It doesn't say, like, Minecraft Steve blocks out the competition or whatever. I fucking did it. He doesn't get a splash screen. Wait, was that my Elder God friend that was in my head the whole time? Did I just kill him? Was that the review? Also, did I just beat the game? Oh, this is not what I was expecting. Oh. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to get the good ending because I kept getting the corruption powers. Which I can't even imagine beating that last boss without some of those corruption powers. Like, the mid-air, like, teleport dodge was, like, fucking mandatory for that fight. Alright. That's Sundered, I guess. Sure, why not? Let me finish this dumbass meme while the credits roll. So in my head, fun game by the way, Sundered is good. Could have been longer. But, so like, trailer starts. It's Minecraft. It's like a Minecraft field. Minecraft Steve walks over a hill and you're like, oh no, Minecraft is going to be the next Smash fighter. But then he doesn't get a splash screen. So you know he's not a playable character. And you're like, then why the fuck is it showing Minecraft if he's not going to be a playable character? Then he starts building a nether portal. He starts putting down like the obsidian blocks and he makes a nether portal and he opens it and then it slowly zooms into the nether portal as like Minecraft Steve just stares at it, and then E1M1 starts to like slowly play, like get louder and louder from the background, and fucking Doom Guy jumps out of the nether portal. Like, I don't know, he's got a fucking gas like on the end of his fist and he's like smashing it into the ground or fucking whatever. It's Doom Guy comes out of the nether portal. And then Doom Guy is the fighter and Minecraft Steve is like an assist trophy, or there's like a Minecraft stage or something. There's no way that would happen, but that's like in my ideal world, that's what Nintendo's E3 is gonna be. Yeah, Doom Guy is my number one. Yeah, we didn't even mention Minecraft. That's a possibility. There was a scare a little while back when Microsoft was going to announce their new Microsoft thing, or their new HoloLens thing. They were like, "Oh, we've got a big announcement coming up for Minecraft," and everyone was like, "Okay." And at the same time, or Nintendo on the same day was like, "We have an announcement to make on this day," on the same day that Microsoft was doing their big Minecraft reveal, and the whole internet stopped and they were like, oh god, no. Please no. Please don't make those two related. And it turns out they were completely unrelated. I don't even remember what Nintendo's thing was, but Microsoft, their Minecraft news was just their HoloLens bullshit, which is like VR Minecraft. It's more like AR Minecraft. It's dumb. So there was a moment where we all lived in a world where we were pretty sure we were about to get Minecraft Steve and Smash. So like that that horror has already passed, so if it does happen now, it's just like, I've already been to hell. It already happened. God, I hate that that's also a possibility. Yeah, there's credits. Apparently that boss counts as... That boss counts... Well, no. I guess there was extra stuff I didn't do. Because I'm still at only at 90%. Unless the whole ability tree counts as its own percentage thing. That's odd. Alright, took us 8 hours. That was one of our longer streams.